Welcome back to Josh Smith's Overall Forge. Today is an unboxing video. I had been waiting for this package for a while. My good friend James Duncan at the Sprinkled Donut Forge in Moscow, Texas, he had contacted me shortly after I got my anvil and forge and everything, and said that he wanted to make something for me. He was asking me about hardy tools, and he was asking me about other things, and basically he said he wanted to make me some hardy tools. He wanted to make me at least a hardy cutoff tool, and that happened to be when he was in the middle of his Sword It project, as he called it, where he took the cup that holds the bearings from a CV shaft and spiral cut that cup and turned it into a sword. Which, James, I know you'll be watching this. That was an awesome project. I was really, really impressed with that project. And because about the same time that you did that project, I had to change the CV shafts on my car. I have the CV shafts from my car that look very similar to the CV shafts that you used. So I'm actually kind of thinking about doing the same thing that you did and making a sword out of that CV shaft cup. Still have all of that material and am excited to use it. But James said he wanted to make me some things, and projects came into his life, and life happened, and the holidays happened, and he wasn't able to get to it till now. But he sent me a message a couple of days ago and said, "Hey, guess what? You have a package coming your way, and here's a tracking number." And it was supposed to come tomorrow, so I got it a day early, and that is awesome to me. So today, Monday, January the 7th, 2019, almost at 18, is a cool day for me to get a really awesome package in the mail that I know there's a hardy cutoff tool in here. And I know he said he made me a pair of tongs that is probably going to be in here. But he said that there's like 4 or 5 things in here, and he wasn't going to tell me what they are. So it's a complete surprise to me as to what all's in this box. And it also happens to be game day. Bama, University of Alabama Crimson Tide, roll Tide. Here, I'll move my sunglasses out of the way. Roll Tide.
That's the shop hat, by the way.
Yeah, this is the shop hat because
and all the blackness going on.
Worn out and old. Anyway, Bama plays the Clemson Tigers for the national championship today, for the college football playoff national championship. They are ranked number 1 and number 2, and it's a good day. So I get to watch football in a couple hours, and I get to unbox a bunch of stuff to do an unboxing video for all y'all. So I gotta be a cliche, and I gotta say this because I'm in a YouTube video. Without further ado, let's get to this. Oh, by the way, Alan Beasley, you did a video on this Kershaw Filter, and I was impressed enough that I followed your link and bought one, and I have been very impressed with it. It actually came sharp, and not only did it come sharp, but mine did not need to be adjusted like you said yours did, as far as the tensioning on the way it was fit here. The set screw on this did not need to be adjusted. It came nice and loose. So I will attempt to not cut myself.
You cut it easier from the other side. Oh, never mind.
Like I said, it came sharp.
And he didn't cut himself. Wow.
And I did not cut myself. So, win-win. Okay.
Maybe you need to buy a lottery ticket. Whoa.
Let's get to this. Hey, I see a handle.
Bubble wrap.
Gotta love
Lots of bubble wrap.
Okay, enough of that. Actually, I will save that not only for me, but I have a very good friend who is a knife maker for a living that he's constantly shipping stuff out. And so I help him out when I have bubble wrap and shipping material because he ships stuff a lot more often than I do. So, more of it. All right, there is a package in here that has been wrapped up with quite a bit of stuff in here from what I can tell.
Whoa.
Wow. So there is my hardy cutoff tool.
It looks dangerous.
Well, it's sharpish. It could be dangerous if it got put in the hardy tool or in the hardy hole on the anvil and then just left in there, as we are constantly told by Mr. James Davis, take that thing out of there. And then we fuss at him when he leaves it in there between takes. Sometimes when he's still going to be using it. Well, Mr. James Duncan made me a hardy tool, a hardy cutoff tool, Hotcut. Wow, brother, I appreciate this. He did tell me that because it's still got some forged scale and stuff on here, that I may need to clean it up a little bit with the flap disc on my grinder, just to clean up so that it'll fit nice and easy in the hardy hole, since the hardy hole is in California and the forging process took place in Moscow, Texas. So, but wow, brother, this looks really awesome.
Is that what you call blacksmith tailoring?
Yes, that would be tailoring.
Okay.
Final finishing.
Final fit?
Yeah, fit and finish. Yeah. But yeah, brother, this is really good work, man. Thank you. I know I will use this. In fact, I've got a project that I'm going to be doing here shortly, making some folded crosses. That I say folded crosses because I see lots and lots and lots of videos out there of guys that are doing the split cross. And while I don't see anything wrong with the split cross, I personally, aesthetically, don't really like that diamond-shaped hole in the center. So I've been doing some research, and I think I figured out a way to successfully, quickly, the same kind of time frame, produce crosses that are made basically the same way, but without the hole. So I will try the process out, and as long as it works, I will bring you guys along maybe for a video on how I did it. So, same bat time, same bat channel later. So let's get, I'm excited because I see all sorts of fun stuff in this box. So,
It looks like a hammer.
he sent me a hammer. Mr. Duncan, I like this hammer. I do. It's a really light hammer. But I like the size because it'd be nice to do little, just kind of fine work. It's got a maker's mark on here. And I don't know the maker's mark. Here, let me turn it so you can get it.
I can't really see it. It looks like, I don't know what it looks like.
Any of y'all know anything about this? Please let me know. James, please let me know what the story is on this. I'm intrigued. I don't know what this is. I don't even know exactly what kind of hammer this is, or if this is something that you came up with, brother. Fill me in. Let me know. But I like it. I really do. It feels good in the hand. It's like I said, it's lightweight. I'm guessing pound and a half, maybe. Um, just a nice lightweight little hammer.
Feels like mine.
Um, but nice smooth flat faces. Um, it'd be a good little finishing hammer. So now to get into the last couple.
Oh, that. Whoa. Hey.
So I know what these are because James told me he was making them. These are some box jaw tongs that he made, and they came from a set of railroad spikes. Okay. I believe that touch mark is James Duncan's touch mark because I see basically the same touch mark. So I believe that hammer might have been made by Mr. Duncan. Please, James, correct me if I'm wrong, but I see a touch mark that looks very similar
Mm-hmm.
to what was on that hammer. So um, he made this pair of box jaw tongs for me out of a pair of railroad spikes. And they feel real good in my hand. They move smooth. They should do a lot of really good work for me in the shop. I really appreciate it. And then this is the pair that he made me just recently. It's a pair of slot jaw tongs. A lot of guys will use these as blade tongs.
Looks like fish lips.
Becky's, y'all. I'm laughing because of the faces that Becky is making behind the camera. She's doing the fish lip thing. A pair of slot jaw tongs made from railroad spikes that James made for me. He made them for me for, I'm assuming anyway, James, for blade tongs because I can just slide a piece of blade steel in there and clamp down, hold on to it, and it will fit multiple size and shapes of pieces of steel. Just slide it on in there, grab on, and you lock it down and get a good tight grip on it. I really like these too. James, you've done a really good job of drawing these reins out. They feel really good in the hand. It's a nice smooth open and close. Your boss on here is really good. Yeah, I really love these, brother. This is great. Wow. You blessed me, brother. Thank you. I I'm really touched. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, James. I know that I will get lots and lots of use out of all of these wonderful gifts. Thank you so much for thinking of me and putting your work and your sweat and your blessings into these. Um, y'all watching as a group of blacksmiths, we are all blessed to be a part of a craft that in this society that we live in today, with things just being manufactured at the speed of light and being manufactured by machines, it seems like this craft of blacksmithing that we do seems like it's not needed anymore. But we need to look back. We need to look back into our past, as the old saying goes, if you forget about your history, if you forget about your past, you're doomed to repeat it. Well, I believe that if we forget about the past that we have, of the knowledge of these abilities, these skills, to be able to forge things, to be able to make tools, to be able to do these things, if we forget all about it, we're going to be doomed to repeat the process of learning it all over again from scratch, because we're going to end up getting to a point to where nobody's going to know how to make anything anymore. And if something happens to the computer systems, if something happens to the online computerized interweb, as they call it, and Google is no longer a thing where you can't just pick up your phone. Nobody knows how to use the card catalog system at the libraries anymore. I don't think they even have card catalogs anymore at most libraries. It's all gone online. So, in fact, a lot of kids today probably wouldn't know what to do with going into a library. They probably haven't even heard of the Dewey Decimal System. We may end up at a point to where nobody knows how to do this stuff anymore. So as blacksmith, as folks that are passionate about this craft, it is our job, it is our duty to learn as much as you can and to share it with others. We need to find other folks that are interested in this stuff so that we can share this knowledge, we can pass this knowledge along, we can help our brothers out and our sisters. Please, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything. I know there are plenty of ladies out there that are interested in blacksmithing as well. We need to help each other out, pass this knowledge along, pass tools and equipment and knowledge along, bless each other with this. Jason started the forging it forward concept in his video with the idea of making a pair of tongs for somebody that wanted to do this. He had the knowledge and he had some extra steel, so he did it. We need to do that as well. James, you, my brother, have done that in spades. You have passed these things along to me and blessed me with them, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Y'all, thanks for watching. I know I got a little long-winded and repeated myself a few times because Becky has been giving me looks behind the camera. But it's something that's important to me. And I believe it's something that we need to have important to all of us. So thanks for watching. If you like what I'm doing, subscribe, share, like the video, smoosh that like button and like that smoosh button, as James says. James Yamez from Island Metal Forge. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. God bless. See you soon.